Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages. I have the tarot deck that we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the decks I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They will not resonate fully for everyone, so do remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Sagittarius, in your recent past, you have cleared out the old with you, the Queen of Wands. Whether you are male or female, that doesn't matter because we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. But I just see this as you, fire sign energy, clearing out the old. You may have experienced maybe loss in your recent past, or things kind of seemingly falling apart. But I feel like what this was doing, and we'll see this as we kind of move forward into your future, was actually clearing out the old to make room for the new. So we'll see what's happening here. Maybe you were kind of on a mission to clear out the old. Maybe you're letting go of things that don't serve you. Maybe what you're walking away from relationships and friendships that don't serve you, leaving jobs that don't fulfill you. It could be. It doesn't have to just be loss. It could be like your decision as well. Now, in your current energy, you have the big picture with the Four of Cups. Right now, we're not really focused on what matters with the Four of Cups. And I don't know what it is yet, but I do feel like the universe is asking you to zoom out your perspective and look at the big picture, because I feel like not everything is as it seems right now. I feel like there's more going on behind the scenes, kind of in that 5D energy, than what you're really able to see in your immediate environment. And so there's kind of this need to zoom out your perspective and try to shift your focus. It's like the universe is like, hey, look at this, and you're really focused on these 3 cups, but the universe is like, no, I promise you, things are working out. You just can't see it yet. Because then in your immediate future, you have culmination of vision with the 6 of Pentacles. So I really feel like if if you're working on creating or manifesting something into your life, or you have this vision of what you want your life to look like, and you keep taking steps in that direction, then I really feel like what you can expect is to start to receive. Now, it's not, the way that it usually looks like is it's not like everything falls into your lap at once. It's piece by piece you start to build to this life that you want, to the relationships that you want, the success level that you want, the financial situation that you want. And as long as you're grateful for each small step of the way, you will eventually find yourself exactly where you were hoping you would be one day. So I feel like this is a message of don't give up hope, Sagittarius. Never give up hope. Keep leaning into faith, and good things will come. So let's start by looking at your recent past, clarifying, clear out the old. The Queen of Wands. Recent past for Sagittarius, please. Recent past for Sagittarius, please. My gosh. Okay. Sorry, that was ridiculous. Yeah, okay. So, in your recent past, do the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, Empress in reverse. Those are and then there's the 10 of Pentacles. To me, it's like you were trying to move forward with these 10 of Wands, 10 wands on your back. You're trying to climb a mountain to get to where you want to go with all of this baggage, all of this kind of burdensome energy. And with the 7 of Cups here, it made things really confusing and overwhelming for you. There wasn't a clear path forward. You weren't able to see what it is that you were needing to do to get to where you want to be. Now, to you, it might have felt like this 10 of Wands was exactly what you wanted at the time, or you were hoping for in the future. But I feel like whatever this situation was that needed to be cleared out, it's almost like you had to put your wands down to open up like this. Like if you think of this backpack thing that he's wearing here, I don't know if there's an appropriate name. It just looks like a backpack. If you look at that, it's like if you consider this your energy cup, because we can only, give and receive so much energy. And if it's full already, if we're taking up so much of our energy giving to things that don't reciprocate us or don't make us feel good or make us sacrifice our own needs in order to make something work, whatever the case is, then that means that we aren't able to receive because we're giving our energy out to what doesn't reciprocate us, and then we don't have any energy left to give to the things that do. And so I feel like that's why in your recent past you have this clear out the old, is because you had to drop this 10 of Wands here. You had to put down this this kind of burdensome energy. Recent past for Sagittarius. Recent past for Sagittarius, please. Queen of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like you weren't able to hear your intuitive guidance. It's like you weren't able to follow divine messages because you were so caught up in something, and something was so heavy and so maybe intense, or I don't know, it provided you with a lot of hope, but it wasn't necessarily what you wanted it to be. And it's almost like you had your heart closed off to any other path. And what you were saying to the universe was things have to work out this way. Things need to go, this specific way, or else I'm going to be unhappy, or I'm not going to get to where I want to be. It's almost like you had this certain outcome that you were so tied to, that you attached yourself to, which kept you from taking the action that needed to be taken, which kept you from the path that you actually needed to go. It's almost like if you're following like Apple Maps or Google Maps to go somewhere, right? And you get to this kind of like split in the road, or you get to like this need to kind of veer off here, and if you go this way, that's how you get to your destination. That's how you get to where it is that you want to go. But something that you really want or think that you want is this way. And so you start heading this way because you think that that's the best route, even though the universe is trying to get you over here, which is where this culmination of your vision actually is. The route to get there isn't going to look like you thought it would. Hope that makes sense. It feels like there's just this like you had your heart closed off and you weren't able to listen to the guidance that was needed. I mean, and then with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is lack of clarity, which is kind of what I said. It's like you didn't have the clarity that you needed to get to where you were ultimately wanting to go. So for instance, what this can look like, and this isn't necessarily the situation, but say that we're in a relationship with someone. This person just does not treat us like we deserve. We see a lot of potential in them. We see a lot of potential in the relationship, but for who they are in that moment today, they don't treat you like you deserve. And you keep investing in it because you see, well, I really want this because I feel like if we could reach this potential, then I'd finally be happy. I'd finally get the love that I deserve. If this potential happens, eventually things are going to be good. But then over here, the universe has someone for you that is, that aligns with your energy, that would reciprocate the love that you give, that would show up for you without you having to ask, that would give you more than the bare minimum. But it's almost like, again, you're choosing to go down this road because you think that this is the only way to get to where you want to go, when in reality, the universe has something better for you in store. So whatever it was that you were kind of holding on to, that was your 10 of Wands. And that those wands, it was keeping you from being able to get to the destination that you're ultimately trying to go in the end. This is recent past for Sagittarius. When we can surrender ourselves over to the universe, we come to find that things work out often better than we ever expected them to. But it's hard. It's hard to do. It really is. Recent past for Sagittarius, please. Okay. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. So the universe wants you to have this long-term abundance, long-term fulfillment here. But there's a part of you, some part of you with inner child energy here, that is keeping you away from this. But I want more on what that means, what this Four of Swords means in relation to this Page of Wands. Clarifying this message, please. Clarifying this message for Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. Something that we have to learn to understand in this life is that what is meant for us will never ever pass us. If something is supposed to return to our life, it will without us having to force it. And if something is supposed to leave our life, that often means that something better will replace it. But there's a part of you that felt so sure that this path, this whatever this was, this path, this person, this career, whatever it was like meant for you. And it kept you, there were reasons for that. You felt it was meant for you because it was the first time you saw potential. I think that's what it comes down to. It was the first time you saw the potential for the abundance you were wanting. Now, that potential never materialized. The potential was always out of reach, but it was the first time you ever saw the potential, and so that's why I feel like you attached to it so much. Interesting. Okay. Because the universe wants you to have this opportunity. It's like the universe wants you to have what it is that you desire. It just might not look like you thought it would. Current energy for Sagittarius, clarifying the big picture with the Four of Cups, please. Current energy for Sagittarius, please. One more. My microphone died in the middle of a reading yesterday, so I'm going to be checking it quite a bit today, just in case. Current energy for Sagittarius, clarifying the big picture with this Four of Cups. Current energy for Sagittarius, please. So you're in this frustrated energy. Things still feel unclear. You're still frustrated that things haven't worked out yet. But the reason for that is the universe is asking you to let go. When we let go and surrender our plans over to the universe, it's not giving up. It doesn't mean that we're giving up on what it is that we desire. It means that we are giving it over to the universe to take us there without our control getting in the way. Because the universe is always trying to take you where you want to go, but sometimes we choose certain paths because we get it in our head that that's the only way to get to our happiness or to our abundance. And so there is this lack of clarity. There's this almost like frustration, like, how come things haven't worked out for me? Or I've been on this path for so long, I've been doing the healing, but things haven't progressed. The universe is just asking you to let go. And letting go requires really, really leaning into faith and believing that even though you can't see it, you're in this moment for a reason. And things in this moment are exactly how they are supposed to be in order for you to get to where you want to go. Remember that your circumstances in this moment don't really matter. Your circumstances can change overnight. It's not your circumstances that are in your way. It's whatever is keeping you from what it is that you want within. So I'm sure there will be more messages on that, because remember, what you focus on is always what you attract. It's always what expands. And if you're constantly focusing on how far you have to go and what you don't have and what you haven't accomplished and what you still need, all of those, what you focus on is going to continue to show up in your energy. And looking at the big picture and being able to say, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment. No, I'm not where I want to be, but I know that this moment is a part of the journey of getting me to where I want to be. And we surrender to that. We listen to our intuitive guidance, and then we allow the universe to take us. It's like learning to kind of step on, like, the universe has this stream. Think if they're like underwater and there's like this stream that's taking you, to where it is you want to go. You have to be willing to step on that stream. You have to be willing to be swept away and carried away to whatever it is that you desire, in understanding that it might not look like you thought it would, and it might not be exactly what you thought you wanted, but it's gonna be better. It's this or something better. That's a big mantra for me in my life, and something that I like to teach in my own to the people that I help on their journeys, is that if you can set this in your mind that it's either going to work out the way that you want it to, or it's going to be better. It's this or something better. And then that allows you to surrender when things don't work out the way that you want to. We don't get so caught up in believing that that means that we're never going to be happy, or that our life is over, or that we've lost our only chance at abundance. Instead, we can say, okay, that means it's going to be better than what I thought it was going to be. If it didn't work out the way that I wanted, it means that it's probably going to work out the way that I ultimately want, but just don't understand yet. So that's where there's this need to direct your focus. Again, it's that bigger picture thinking, which isn't easy to do when you're in the middle of a journey, but it can certainly help you in the long run. All right, current energy. Ooh, okay. I want to clarify the Six of Cups in reverse with the Fool. This is not a new beginning where your past is coming back. That's not what this means. Let me get more on this. Six of Cups in reverse with the Fool. Seven of... Oh, okay. Okay. Sagittarius. Your past. Something from your past, someone from your past is keeping you from a new beginning. Because your past is where the old habits and cycles live. And that specific relationship that fell apart, that job that you lost, that situation that didn't work out the way that you wanted. Your old habits and old cycles live in that situation. And the more you focus on the old, the harder it's going to be to adopt the new, right? In order for us to experience new in our life, we have to let go of the old. It's just the way that it always goes, right? You have clear out the old. We have to clear out our energy. We've got to drop our wands. But there's something from your past, something that you're still very tied to, that you're still very potentially even investing into. And the reason for that is that you are afraid of the unknown. Because when we hold on to our past, and again, it's typically the potential that we see or saw in something, right? When we hold on to that, we often do that because the unknown is scary. Embracing the unknown, embracing the fact that we don't know how things are going to work out. We don't know who's going to come into our life. We don't know how we're going to be okay. And that's where faith is so vitally important, because if we allow our past to continue to control us, we will never be able to move forward to the future that we ultimately do want. And it's hard. It is hard to let go of the past, because you don't only grieve the people and the situations that were involved in your past, you also grieve the person you thought you were going to be if those situations panned out the way that you thought that you wanted them to. But it doesn't mean that you've lost anything. It just means that that situation served you at one point in your life and doesn't serve you anymore with who you are and where you're at right now. Now, the more that you stay attached to it, the more that you hold on to it, the more that you keep trying to cling to the past, the less you are going to be able to move forward to the future. Now, maybe you feel this like tied to the past and you're having a really hard time letting go of it, even though you want to. That typically means that there's some lesson, something that needs to be brought to the surface in that situation that needs to be healed and released so that you can move forward. But there is a new beginning available for you with the Fool here. The universe wants you to have this new beginning just as much as you do. But I feel like embracing the unknown is going to be such a vital part of that, of creating that new beginning. Okay, current energy for Sagittarius, please. Current energy for Sagittarius, please. I promise you don't want to repeat your past. You've already been there. You already know what that feels like. You already know what those experiences are like. You want new experiences, new possibilities. You want adventure. You want to grow. You want to move forward. There's a little bit of chasing energy going on here. Yeah, which is where the Four of Cups comes from. Your focus is on some specific path, some specific outcome, some specific something that is keeping you from being able to have what is ultimately meant for you. I want to clarify this message, and maybe you're not meaning to chase. This is definitely chasing energy. And it's something that just continues not to work out. It continues to leave you in disappointment, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle. It keeps you stuck in a cycle. The more that you focus on this, whatever this is for you, again, a specific path, specific person, the more you're going to stay stuck in the cycle, and you're not going to be able to get to this culmination of vision. Because that's the same Four of Cups, right? The focus is not on the right thing. The focus is on the past, or trying to recreate the past, or trying to, I don't know, go back to the past or bring the past back to you. You don't want the past. Sagittarius, you want the future. You want new. You want your vision, right? And your vision isn't going to, you're not going to be able to have what you've never had before if you stay stuck in old cycles. If you make the same decisions and you do the same things and you believe the same and think the same, you're never going to experience different. Things will always be the same. We'll experience the same relationship cycles, either in the same person or other people. We'll experience the exact same financial situation. We'll experience the same feelings of failure and disappointment until we start to break out of the patterns that led us to the outcomes that we've experienced in our life so far. All right, immediate future for Sagittarius. It's kind of a tough truth reading, Sagittarius. Some harsh love here coming through. Hopefully it's received well. Immediate future for Sagittarius, clarifying culmination of vision with the Six of Pentacles. Immediate future for Sagittarius, please. Immediate future for Sagittarius. Immediate future for Sagittarius, please. Look at that, Sun. Justice. What's the catch? This is fulfillment. Getting what you deserve, but there's something else. Fulfillment, getting what you deserve, but what is it? How can Sagittarius go about doing this? Different focus. Four of Cups in reverse. Which is very triggering for you. It's hard for you to think about doing things differently or focusing on something different. If something proves to you over and over again that it doesn't align with your worth, stop believing it when it tells you that it's going to change. Stop believing yourself when you tell yourself that things are going to change. This Four of Cups in reverse, releasing this like shifting focus, shifting perspective from the old to the new is the key to getting what you want and what you deserve here. But that's triggering. It's triggering for you. It's hard because I feel like to you, you're like, but so much of my time and energy has been spent on this one path. I can't imagine starting over. I can't imagine letting it go. I can't imagine anything else being just as good as this has been. Those are limiting beliefs. That's you going down this road when the universe has a path that is directly to where you want to go. But you're trying to create where you want to go through a situation that keeps proving to you over and over again that it is never going to be what it is that you deserve. So your vision of what you want, whatever you're looking for through this situation, whether it's financial abundance, the love that you deserve and want, the relationships, the just lifestyle, whatever it is, the vision, that's still very much possible. It just might not be in the form materially that you thought it was going to be in. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's not going to look like the way that you thought it was. But if you want to create it, you've got to shift focus toward the new, toward the potential for new. A lot of times we got to leave the old behind before the new will appear. Immediate future for Sagittarius. A lot of people want to hold on to the old while waiting for the new. That's not possible. The new can't appear if you're still investing or holding on to the old. Immediate future for Sagittarius. There's your 10 of Pentacles again. 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, and 7 of Wands in reverse. The way that things have always been is tiring for you. I feel like you're tired of the same experiences, same outcomes, same, I don't know, it could even be like you're tired of your day-to-day. Like you're tired of things being the same and living the same day seemingly like over and over again. I don't know, it just feels like you're ready for new. Your soul is ready for new. But with the 7 of Wands in reverse, you doubt yourself, you doubt the universe, and you doubt that new is possible. So what's happening is you're trying to force something specific because you think that if that specific thing doesn't happen, you're never going to get to where you're trying to go. I see this all the time with people who think that they're on a twin flame journey. All the time. And they miss out on what the universe has in store for them because they're hoping so much for one specific relationship to work out that they lose out on the love that they truly deserve. But that can be applied to so many other aspects in your life too. You know, staying in a career path that you're hoping will bring you the recognition and success and fulfillment that you're looking for instead of pursuing a passion, which that passion very well could lead you to the same level of success and financial abundance that you're looking for in whatever you're pursuing. It just might be, again, what you're wanting, the vision of what you're wanting is possible. It's just that like in order for you to experience new, you've got to move different. Your choices, your decisions have to be different. You have to break old patterns. You can't fall back into old, relationship patterns or old ways of staying complacent or, bad habits. You have to be willing to break yourself out of those in order to get where you're trying to go. And I'm not saying this is easy. Trust me. I've been there. I get it. But you have the control and the power to create the life that you ultimately want. It's just that, again, you have the power. You have to do what it is that you need to do. It just feels like this is like, instead of trying to go back to how things once were, start trying to create new. Start trying to create better. Immediate future for Sagittarius. Immediate future for Sagittarius, please. Start investing in what aligns with you. I saw a quote yesterday that is heavily, so it's 7 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands, but that heavily reminds me of this reading. And the quote said, decide the life that you want to live. Decide what it is that you want to have, the relationship that you want to have, the life experience that you want to create, and then say no to everything that isn't that. Say no to everything that doesn't align with what it is that you desire today. I'm not talking about the potential of what something could be or anything like that. I'm talking about say no to anything that doesn't show you today that it can give you what it is that you desire in your life. And the more that you say no to what doesn't serve you, and it might, for a long time, you might feel like you're saying no to everything. But eventually, it's almost like this. It's like the universe, you say no to something that doesn't serve you, the universe brings you something else, and you say, this is better, but it's not quite it. And then the universe brings you something else, and you're like, oh, heck no, that's not what I deserve. And then the universe brings you something else, and you just keep, no, I like these qualities, but this doesn't, this doesn't give me what I deserve in the end. And then eventually, you will receive what it is that you deserve. The universe provides exactly as you affirm. And when you invest in things and give energy to things and to situations that don't align with your path or with you or with what you deserve or desire, then you're going to continue to experience the same disappointments and cycles and experiences that you always have. In order to receive new, in order to receive the life that you want, you have to say no to what doesn't serve you and believe that if you're saying no to those things, that means that the door to new things will open. Every door that shuts, there's another door that will open. You don't know when, and that's the scary part, because you don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but you can be certain that it will, exactly when it needs to for you. I promise. But you have to have that faith to learn to invest only in the things that align with you. Decide the life you want to live, decide what your vision looks like, and then say no to every single thing that doesn't align with that vision today. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to hop on over to the extended. We talked about what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. This extended is going to be what do you need to do right now. So both pulling advice from spirit and then using advice. I'll be providing advice with my experience of spiritual coaching. Can't talk. As well. So we'll clarify advice, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Sagittarius, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Sagittarius.